Welcome to day 9 of your mirror work challenge. Today is the second day of loving your inner child. And today we use the mirror work to forgive the past and begin to love the beautiful child within. How are you and your inner child doing today? Are you getting to know each other a little better? Working with the inner child is extremely valuable in helping to heal the hurts of the past. We're not always in touch with the feeling of a frightened little child within us. If your childhood was full of fear or physical battles, you may have a habit of mentally beating yourself up. And when you do this, you're continuing to treat your inner child in much the same way. But the child inside has no place to go. So many of us have an inner child who's lost and lonely and feels rejected. Perhaps the only contact we have with our inner child for a long, long time is to scold and criticize it. And then we wonder why we are unhappy. We cannot reject a part of ourselves and still be in harmony within. So let's use today's lesson to move beyond our parents' limitations and connect with the lost child inside. Let's forgive the past and begin to love this beautiful child within. Most of us have buried emotions and feelings and hurts from the past. Learning to love your inner child is going to take time. Take all the time you need. Return to these exercises again and again, and you will get there. Your inner child still carries the beliefs you developed early on. It is the rigid ideas of your parents which are in play, and now you are very hard on yourself. You tend to build walls around you because your inner child is mostly following your parents' rules still. If you continue to pick on yourself for every mistake, it must be very scary for the inner child to wake up in the morning thinking, what is my parent going to yell at me today for? We're using our consciousness now. If you're still refusing to take care of your inner child, you are stuck in your own resentment. Invariably, that means there is someone you still need to forgive. So reflect, take this time to reflect and see what resentment do you need to let go of. What haven't you forgiven yourself for? Visualize that you're taking your inner child by the hand and going everywhere together for the next few days, and see what joyous experiences you can have. Create a wonderful life for yourself and your child. The universe will respond, and you will find ways to heal your inner child and the adult you. No matter what your early childhood was like, happy or sad, you and only you are in charge of your life now. And love is the biggest healer, it is the biggest eraser. It heals even the deepest and most painful memories, because love goes deeper than anything else. Thinking for a moment, do you want a life of pain or of joy? The choice and power are always within you. Look into your eyes and love yourself and the child within. And let us affirm today, I love my inner child. I am in charge of my life now. This is the thought for your day. You are in charge of your life and you love your inner child. So for your mirror work exercise, go to your mirror and look at the picture of yourself as a child that you taped on it yesterday. Take a moment right now and tell your inner child that you care. Say it out aloud. I care about you. I love you. I really, really love you. Sit with a handheld mirror and continue the conversation with your inner child that you began yesterday. You could open up with an apology, saying something like, I'm sorry, I haven't talked to you over the years. I'm sorry I scolded you for so long. I'm sorry I expected too much from you and I was following the rules we were brought up with. I want to make up for all this time we spent apart from each other. It may take some time before you feel that you've really reconnected, but be persistent. Do this exercise as often as you can. You can always come back to this video and start this exercise anytime you're feeling tied up, anxious inside. You may feel the child inside you. You may hear the child inside you. You may even see the child inside you. Keep a box of tissues nearby. This can be a very deeply emotional moment for most of us. Tears might well up, but they will help you break through and connect with the child inside you. And know that from today, you will forgive yourself for whatever wrong in your eyes you've done, or whatever you've been told is wrong. You will just forgive yourself for doing that. For your journal exercise, I would like you to write down what did you like as a child. Write down everything that comes into your mind. Too often parents inside us will stop us from having fun because it's not the adult thing to do. But as a child, remember what you really liked to do and play with your inner child. Have fun. Do the silly things you loved as a child when you were young. Like jumping in a pile of leaves or running under the garden sprinkler. Watch other children play at it. Maybe you can take yourself to a park where you see children playing and you remember what you loved doing. And just see them play and enjoy with them. Children really bring out the best in us. I promise that you will start having more fun in your life. So say to yourself, I'm willing to change and grow. I'm willing to change. I don't want to do what I've always been doing to myself. I am willing to change. The meditation for today, loving your inner child, day 9. Just take a few deep breaths and relax. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. With your eyes closed, take a step back in time and see yourself as a little child of 5. See what event comes up in your mind. Hold your arms to this child and say, I am your future and I have come to love you. Embrace this child lovingly. See yourself hugging this child and bring it with you to the present time. And see the two of you standing at a mirror, looking at each other lovingly. And as you stand there, in your mind become aware that there are so many parts of you that are missing. Take another deep breath and go back in time even further, to the very moment you were born. You've just come down into this earth, and it may be a difficult trip for you in this earth school. You feel the cold air, you see the bright lights as soon as you are born, and someone may just have smacked you, but you have arrived. You are here to live a whole lifetime. Love that little tiny baby. Love that baby which was you. Send love to this little one. Feel your heart overflow with love for this little baby. Take another deep breath and let out any tension or anxiety you hold. And now move forward in time to the moment when you began to walk. Do you remember how children walk? They stand up and they fall down, and they stand up and they fall down, and they stand up again and they fall down, but they don't let it go. And then suddenly you are standing and you're looking around and taking another step and another step, and you're walking, and then you're so proud of yourself. Love that little child. Love that child. Another deep breath, and on the exhale, move forward in time to your first day at school. Do you remember the first day at school? You didn't want to leave your mother, but you did. You took your first steps over the threshold of your school. You were scared, but you did. You were doing the very best you could. Send love to that little child for being the best version of itself at that little age. Another deep breath in. And on the release, remember what your life around the age of 10 was, and everything that was going on then. It may have been a wonderful way of life, or it may have been difficult, but you were doing your best you could to survive, and you made it. Love that child. Just love that little child of 10. And now go forward to the time you were entering puberty. And remember all that was going on. It was exciting as well as scary. Maybe more than that is the fact that you handled everything. You got through it. You did the best you could and you made it. So fill your heart with love for that lovely teenager. Love that teenager. Another deep breath, and let's go further down in time when you got your first job, and how exciting was it to earn money. You wanted so badly to make a good impression, and there was so much to learn, and you did your best then also, the best you could, and you succeeded. Love that person, just love that person, that young adult. Take another deep breath and remember the time when you first fell in love, how your heart overwhelmed with the love for your partner. Fill that love up for yourself now. And maybe you were rejected in love, or your heart was hurt by something your partner did, and you were sure no one could ever love you again. And you were in such pain, you did the best you could, and you made it. Love that person, love that strong person who overcame the hurt. That was another milestone in your life. And now take another breath and go to another event in your life, another milestone that might have been embarrassing or painful. And whatever it was, whatever you were doing your best for it. You were understanding how to cope up with that pain, with that embarrassment, with all the knowledge and awareness you had then. So love that person, send love to that person. And now gather all the parts of yourself and bring them forward to the present. See yourself standing in front of the mirror with all your little selves and your young adult selves and your teenager selves, and see what a long way you have come in life, and realize that you are looking at the richness, the fullness of life. Of course, there were difficult times. Yes, there were some painful and embarrassing times. There were times which had you confused. And that's all right. That's all part of life. Love all of yourself. And now turn around, and as you look ahead, see a person standing before you with arms outstretched. This is your future self. And it says, I have come to love you. Life is an endless opportunity to have yourself, past, present, future, all in one, rolled all in one. And loving yourself is the only healing we generally need. Loving and accepting every part of yourself is the healing we need. How can you possibly be whole or healed if you're rejecting any part of yourself? Healing is to make yourself whole again. Love yourself, every part of yourself, and be whole. All is well in this life and beyond. And so it is.